Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another special Fright Night Friday Halloween Horror Blu-ray update. So today we're continuing to amass more titles for the Hammer collection. Got some pretty cool ones to show you this time around. A few that were a long time coming on Blu-ray, and so glad to finally have them. Alrighty, well, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. More Hammer today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Now, last time, you may recall I mentioned that Warner had a whole bunch of the Hammer titles, and they'd put several of them out on Blu-ray, but not all of them. Well, here's a few that they put out recently. First up, one that I've been waiting a very long time to hit Blu-ray. It was out on DVD ages ago, and glad to finally have it in high definition. We have The Horror of Dracula. Actually, it's just Horror of Dracula. In the UK, it's actually just known as Dracula. In fact, this particular edition, I'll just read the back here, it says, "Note, this presentation of Horror of Dracula is based on the British Film Institute restoration of 2007 and additional elements subsequently discovered. As such, it bears its original UK release title of Dracula." So this is essentially a Blu-ray made from the absolute best possible elements available. The only drawback is, being a Warner Archive title, it's basically bare bones. I don't think there's any extras on here at all. No, there's nothing. It's just the movie and nothing else. But whatever, that's okay. I'm glad just to finally have it in high definition. And this is notable because this is the first of the Dracula films. This is the first time Christopher Lee played the Immortal Count. So it's great to finally have it in high definition, and now I can start the Dracula series as it should be. So, that is the start of the Dracula series. Then we have, towards the end of the Dracula series, we've got Dracula A.D. 1972, another release from Warner Archive, formerly released in that 6-movie DVD set from ages past. So this is a great edition. This is basically where they transpose the Count into modern day. And this was where Christopher Lee started to lose interest in the series because he felt it was getting needlessly silly and wasn't being sort of respectful of the lore and of the character. But he kept going because I guess he was under contract. So that's the first of the modern day Dracula. And then a direct sequel and Christopher Lee's final performance, we have the Satanic Rites of Dracula. Well, final performance as Dracula. I mean, he did a million other movies after, but this is the last time he played Dracula. This is the Satanic Rites of Dracula, which previously I only had in like a bargain basement public domain print DVD release from ages ago. This is how a lot of Hammer films have been treated over the years. Like, some of them made their way over here in public domain prints. Others were, licensed ages ago and only ever released on DVD, and then the DVDs are out of print. Frankenstein and the Monster of Hell, I'm looking at you. So it's great to finally have a good chunk of these on Blu-ray in far superior quality to what we've had before. Next up, continuing on with the Draculas, I guess, we have the third film in the Dracula series, Dracula Prince of Darkness, in this beautiful collector's edition from Scream Factory, full of extras, and just a really nice presentation here. So in the close-ups there, you can see a better look at it. But yeah, very, very nice edition. Had to jump on this as soon as I saw it. But fantastic. In case you're wondering about the other Dracula films, Brides of Dracula, which is the second one, is actually available in a Universal set of 8 Hammer films. And I think most of the others are available through either Warner or Scream Factory. And then we have the last of the Dracula. This is the 9th Dracula film that Hammer did. We have The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires, another Scream Factory release. This actually has both cuts of it. It has the U.S. theatrical version, which was retitled The Seven Brothers Meet Dracula. So this has both cuts and is in high def here for the first time, and has all kinds of cool extras on it as well, as the Scream Factory titles often do. And finally, I do have more titles on the way, but this is the last one for the moment. We have Frankenstein Created Woman, another one that was out of print on DVD for a very long time and brought back to life by Scream Factory. This is one that I've been actually wanting to see for a very long time, because one of my best friends growing up, I guess, saw this on TV at some point and just absolutely fell in love with it. He said it was great. It was a really interesting take on Frankenstein. And he just raved about this all the time. And I just never got the chance to see it. Never got it on VHS, never got it on DVD. Now I finally have it on Blu-ray, so my first experience watching this can be in glorious high definition. And there we go, of course, original movie poster art underneath. Really nice. It probably looks like a photograph from that distance, but this is actually painted. This is a painted cover. Same with the Dracula Prince of Darkness one. This is also painted. These are very, very nice collector's editions. So Scream Factory does have a few more coming out that are probably out by the time you're seeing this video, and they will appear in a future update, because I'm definitely planning to get them. I've already pre-ordered them, actually. So we'll talk about those when they come in. But there's basically only one more Dracula title at this stage left to fill in the last gap, and that is Scars of Dracula, which I think is the 5th one in the series, like right in the middle somewhere. Yeah, so once Scars of Dracula is in my hands, then I will have all 9 Dracula movies in glorious high definition. So, needless to say, I will be having a hammer fest of Dracula goodness once that happens. So hopefully we can get the last 2 Frankenstein movies to fill in the gaps. Specifically, that's The Curse of Frankenstein, which is the first one, and also Hammer's first foray into horror. And then we have Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, which is currently in licensing hell, I guess. Another kind of hell, because Paramount is sitting on it and doing nothing with it. So hopefully they will license it out to somebody or sub-license it or something, and we'll get some kind of Blu-ray. Maybe through Scream Factory, or maybe Olive Films, I know, has put out some Paramount titles. Who knows? I just want it. I want it. So hopefully we'll get those last few gaps in the Hammer stuff before too long. Like things like Dracula, their Dracula and Frankenstein series in particular. It's important not to have those gaps, because they actually are a continuing series of movies. There is a continuity to them. So a lot of their other ones are just standalone movies, so it doesn't matter. You can just watch them or get them in any order. It's not particularly important what order you watch them in. But with Dracula and Frankenstein, that's their 2 big, like, flagship franchises and the longest running ones too. Dracula had 9 movies, Frankenstein had 7. So that's huge. That's more sequels than the Universal ones had by a long stretch. So, it's notable. I want to have a set of all of them so I can watch all of them. Get the whole saga, So hopefully before too long, we'll finally be able to fill in those gaps and watch the whole epic saga unfold as it originally did back in the day. Alrighty, well, nice stack of stuff, I'm sure you'll agree. Definitely recommend picking these up. If you'd like to get any of these for your own collection, check out the description down below. I've actually included handy-dandy Amazon links for you. Thank you very much for your support in using my links, by the way. So yeah, just making it easy for you. They're all right there if you want to grab them. So add them to your collection and enjoy. Alrighty, well that is it from me to you for now. Hope you enjoyed this update, and I will see you next time in whatever we have next. We've got a lot of stuff going on this Halloween. So thanks very much for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Be sure to swing by Twitch. I stream just about every day, and we'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara. carrying on with the Hammer collection. Yeah, some more titles that, some of which just came out recently, others that have been out for a little bit, and I wanted to grab. I've had my eye on, and I got them, so that's that. And they're good, probably. I don't know, I haven't watched them yet, so Hammer. Not insignificantly, Horror of Dracula from 1958, also known as just Dracula. It's Frankenstein created woman. I'm looking at you. Nope, not that one.